So I got three awesome issues of Fantastic Four from my last series of FF. I hope you guys enjoyed the series so far. I've been really uh, glad to showcase some cool covers for you guys. So this is Fantastic Four number 230. It's FF versus the Eobon Seeker. So the story takes place in Manhattan and the Baxter Building in New York, who also lives in the same city, the Avengers, which is why they're on the front cover. So the Avengers offers their help for Reed to give assistance, but Reed declines because he has a plan to stop the Eobon Seeker. So Reed tries to save the city on his own, but with all the glowing in this issue, the Avengers takes notice what's going on in the Baxter Building. So the Avengers offer help, but for right now, the Avengers roster are the Beast, Captain America, Iron Man, Scarlet Witch, Thor, and Vision. So, like the Fantastic Four, the roster of the Avengers have changed over the years too, and change happens. So the battle starts out with Johnny and Ben battling Ebon, and rages on, and the Avengers arrive on the scene to help out because they feel like, I guess they feel like Johnny and Ben couldn't handle Ebon, but normally Johnny and Ben do fight really well together, but they looked like they were needing a bit of assistance, so these kind heroes came and helped. So the Avengers want to help because Manhattan, they call New York City their home as well, and they live in the same block, I guess, as the Baxter Building. So when trouble arises, the Avengers are always there to help their neighbors, but sometimes they don't. The Fantastic Four don't always help out because the FF never did call the Avengers to get offer their assistance. So Firefox tries to explain to the FF that they're from a far distant future. So these two characters who are attacking the Baxter Building are from like 50 years or 100 years into the future. So they're kind of trapped in the past and try to make their way home, but they also can't figure out how to get back into their own timeline, I guess. So it's a kind of a time travel story as well. So it's fairly interesting. So from a further distance as they traveled, and they actually got, the reason they came to this time period is because they got sucked into a black hole, which lead them here. So just like a typical sci-fi series, they travel through space and they went into a black hole or wormhole, whatever you call it, and they get themselves stuck in a place they shouldn't be because it's not their time, and they're in the past. So I got this comic off Whatnot auction site, so I'm pretty happy I did. I did spend a lot for it. I think I paid $5 US for it. The one thing I don't like about Whatnot auction site is all in US because it's a US site, so they refuse to do any conversions on it. So I mean, while I'm injured right now, I can't be. I'm not been buying as much, so I have slowed down, and my bank account has liked it, but because I do have to put other bills first at the moment. So, but I'm glad I got this one. It's in my personal collection, or PC, as people call it. So it's a pretty cool cover. So what do you guys think? Did you like this issue? Did you not? Do you like the Avengers on the cover? Because it's not very often they are. So, yeah. So by the end of the issue, Reed tells them that they are still trapped in the negative zone and possibly forever, but we know they won't be because they do go have other adventures on Earth, and they think they found the Voyager 2 space probe, which is from in real time. The Voyager 2 was actually a thing. So my conclusion is that this was an okay Adventureverse because it had the Avengers with the Fantastic Four teaming up. It's been a while since they've the whole two teams have been together. Usually they do this kind of thing in Marvel team-ups, but they decided to do it in Fantastic Four issue. I mean, I do like the fact that they were there to help, but in my mind, I don't think there was any reason for the Avengers to come and help out. I think the Fantastic Four could have just handled it just fine, the threat by themselves, because they've handled every other threat with them as well. So, but because they usually don't have help from other heroes. So, fun fact: Thor last interacted with the FF in issue 225. So 5 months ago, Thor came and helped out with the FF in a battle. So, next issue I want to showcase for you guys is kind of a minor key. There is a first appearance of a bad guy in here, which is this guy here. So, there key issues are when there's a cameo or first appearance or lots of first appearances is a major key. So this is also cover dated 1981. So the bad guy who lives in the negative zone, which is this guy here, his name is Stygor. I think hopefully I pronounced it. I love the cover with Rita Ben getting their butts whipped by the bad guy. So the bad guy in the negative zone becomes aware of New York City because the negative zone is being flooded by positive particles, and in the negative zone is all negative stuff. So the bad guy does not like the good particle stuff coming through. So he goes in, investigates, and finds it's coming from the Baxter building. So he kind of takes the street block hostage. So you think in this issue the Avengers would come and help, but they don't. So it's only in this issue that the Avengers help out. And outside the Baxter building, a mob forms because the whole city block has been taken kind of hostage. So the people in the crowd are scared and they don't know what to do. So they know that it has something to do with the Fantastic Four. So it is pretty cool that they can get that the crowd tries to figure out on their own that is the Fantastic Four. But the FF didn't tell the mob of people what's going on, so they're all scared and everything. So they form a mob and start throwing stuff at the Baxter building, and they send the one person who doesn't handle it too well because they did not communicate with the outside world what's happening, why the bad guy is taking over the city block and lifts it up in the air. So yeah, they form an angry mob. The entire block where the FF are all trapped in the negative zone, and it becomes a very bad place. So, but it is a key issue, so it's a little higher value. But anyways, I'll give you guys a quick spine slide. There's a bit of wear and tear on here, and it's also 50-cent cover price. You can see there's a little mark on here, so it kind of hurts the value, but still pretty cool issue. What do you think? Do you guys like this front cover? Do you not? To me, this issue doesn't resonate with me that well, so to me it's not my favorite issue by any means. So, and there are tons of reprints of these issues too if you can't find them. I mean, these kind of issues are not are still available. Hopefully your comic book shops will have them if you're not buying on whatnot. So last issue I want to showcase, which is one of my favorite covers, Fantastic Four 232, where they face off Diablo. So it is a first appearance as well. It's first appearance of the bad guys called Elements, with his earth, air, fire, water, and air, water, fire, and earth, because they're the main bad guys here is trying to get 4 bad guys to fight off the Fantastic Four, and he's trying to pull the strings. I also like this cover as well because Doctor Strange is also in this issue too, helping out the Fantastic Four, because this guy here is more of a Doctor Strange character more rather than Fantastic Four, but he decides to go after the FF. So fighting fire with fire, the FF are facing an old enemy who is trying to take them all out, which is why you see them all kind of chained out. Also making it, like I said, also making an appearance in this issue is Doctor Strange, helping out the heroes because he's had more experience in the mystic arts. And we see in this issue Sue Storm at the beginning getting a new haircut. So there's a few changes going on with each of the Fantastic Four. And Johnny's trying to get a girlfriend as well before they all get attacked. So does he get a girlfriend? Well, you have to read the issue and find out. So how does Sue's using her powers a little bit more, and she's making herself look like she's flying, but she's just using an invisible sled. So there's a few new tricks that the Fantastic Four learning. So for me, my conclusion is this is a great start of a new run with a different artists here. So it's to me, this is one of my favorite covers. I don't know about you guys, but there is a reprint in the True Believers because this is a high value book, so it is a pretty cool one. I'll give you guys a quick spine slide here. So it is, and I'm glad I have this comic, and I remember buying this one back in the late 90s. It wasn't that expensive then, because I've had some of these comics for a long time too, even before they became really popular. So there's my conclusion on my Fantastic Four series. For now, anyways, you'll see other books in Fantastic Four because I'm going to be starting some new series very soon. I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you guys later. Enjoy Fantastic Four, read Fantastic Four, and collect Fantastic Four. Is a great series.